European Health Parliament is very excellent message for all of us, for younger generation, for people, that health is on top.
It is very, very important, the event of today, because we are listening the proposal coming from young researchers involved on the healthcare system.
Personally, I would like to listen a lot to other ministers and people, stakeholders on health society.
Look at that packed room today. The interest, the enthusiasm and the ability to make change is enormous, because we need to take into account how important health is for our economy, for society, for families. This touches everything.
What's very important is the Health Parliament brings together the best young minds to think creatively and constructively about what we can achieve together on health.
I think it's important to put together a new generation of young professionals in this area and to try to allow them to communicate, to exchange views, to compare experiences. I mean, this is very, very important, particularly in a moment in which Europe is going through such a difficult time.
It's important that young people think about the future of the healthcare in the European Union, because they are future leaders. They may be future leaders, and they will influence ultimately what will concern them as they age and as they go through their life cycle.
Young people are more keen to use digital skills also in this field, but it's very important in general that we develop for everyone, also for adult professionals.
I think it was a very interesting discussion and a lot of very interesting contributions, and obviously hoping all the best for the European Health Parliament in promoting their recommendations and engaging in that discussion also beyond European Parliament.
The problem is that healthcare is under the competences of member states, but on the other hand, digital market, single market and digital development is important for all Europe, and harmonization is very needed, so we need to combine it.
The key point is to unite forces, to have the Commissioner on board, to have national health ministers all together, and to have the finance ministers all together.
I think that this is a very, very serious group of people. This is the second year of this parliament, of the European Health Parliament, and consequently I need to congratulate them, because what they have achieved also in PR terms is a very considerable work.
As a member of the jury, what was most impressive for me is that the projects we were presented were original, were innovative, and above all were realistic. So the most important thing is that they can actually be acted upon. And then of course I want to complain, because I don't want to be ever in a jury where it's so difficult to pick a winner.
It's not only what young people do, but it's also the support they get from a lot of our members here in the Parliament, and I think that is very important. So this close relationship is something very special.
But then there's another factor, which is that the recommendations are actually operational, they're actionable, so it is now our task to bring them into practice and not to let this work go wasted.
Well, now it's only the beginning, actually. We have a lot of work to do, and we are establishing the partnerships that we have, both with MEPs, but also with patients' forums and associations. And we're trying to see how to move forward and actually make this real, like make the legislation pass in the European Parliament, and we're very optimistic about it.
Being the world's broadest based healthcare company, we believe it's our obligation to really advance the conversation of healthcare forward in Europe. And the critical success factor for us in getting that done is to really drive collaboration and partnership of all key stakeholders in healthcare and the next generations. And this initiative did just that.